Welcome back to Twist and Shout. I am Shar, and we got a hair conversation to talk about. There is this post. Well, first of all, y'all know it's fall, right? And y'all know that there's colors associated with fall. So the color of today is ginger. Ginger is a color that looks kind of honeyish, orangish, henna brownish in it. Well, anyway, the conversation of ginger hair color has stirred some really nasty comments, some advice or tips, some hairstylists, trying to be helpful. And the main thing is, I seen a post that posted 4 different skin tones. It was 4 different young ladies with the same hairstyle and the same hair color. And the caption just said, every color isn't for everyone. I think something like that. I'll post it somewhere. But anyway, the comments were just like giving, like, you got stylists going against stylists. I'm gonna give you my 2 cents, but let me start by saying that when it comes to do's and don'ts, you're gonna have people that should know better, or at least be mature enough to say everything isn't for everyone. And you can't make everyone happy. And then there's the no. I call it the no syndrome. Some people, once you say no, they don't hear nothing else. They don't try to entertain. They don't try to do research. It's just the fact that you told them no. And this is the rebellious world we live in. Hello, because I'm a Christian. Because I know a lot of people come here to talk about hair. But y'all know faith first in my life. But this is why my faith can be applied to every single thing, including hair or hair dealing or hair concepts. Because we are in a world where you cannot tell people no. People are rebellious in nature. As soon as you even sound like you're going to lead towards a no, you got people who are going to revolt, people who are going to get disrespectful, rude. They're going to be defensive. And it could be something that's actually helpful. The same thing like with any other concept, right? Whether it's food, you shouldn't eat these kind of foods or this much. Who are you to tell me? Or you shouldn't be a certain way, or a certain way may be unhealthy. Oh, I can be what I want to be. I can weigh what I want. We're in that type of world. The same thing with makeup. Whether we want to believe it or not or agree to it, there is a such thing as too much makeup. For me personally, I am a darker skinned girl who loves my skin color. I never once said, God, why didn't you make me lighter? Never. I love my skin. I think there's pros with my skin, such as if I get marks or anything, they're not as easily noticeable. I never had to deal with like the bright red acne or anything like that. Even, this is just a joke, right? But even with this color or darker, like if I even had an issue here, because you see a lot of women that are brown and lighter, like when they have the issue with the hair coming right here, you will see it immediately if I was brighter. But because I'm darker, you might not even know I got any issue with that, which is good, because if I ever had to deal with it, it's like, okay, I don't have to be shamed. Only God knows. But anyway, not laughing at the issue, only laughing at myself. But yeah, some people just don't want to hear no. 2, I am on the somewhat in the middle of some of the arguments. I do believe everything isn't for everyone. Like, I think that should go without saying. I think that should be considered common sense. But some people have this I just want to do what I want attitude, and that's kind of how the world got to where it is now. And then I also agree with a couple stylists that mentioned that it goes beyond skin tone. It goes as far as face features. I wholeheartedly agree with that. And I think anyone who's been around long enough, who has gotten their hair done or has dealt a lot, watching a lot of videos with hair and hairstyles and stuff, especially someone who has went to school and studied this thing, because that's a whole other issue too. There is such thing as an expert in the field. And even being here on YouTube and dealing with my natural hair, I have learned so much from other people. And I can assure you that your face shape, your eye shape, your mouth and nose, they all play a factor in different hairstyles and stuff. This is why there's a such thing as a hairstylist as well as a styler, like someone who well-off people or celebrities, they actually have someone who they go to and they actually put them together, because somebody is a profession in this field, and the same should go with hair colors, hairstyles, and this, that, and the third. Now, I think the issue arose is the young lady used 4 women, 4 different complexions, but the same hairstyle. So a lot of people are saying, well, duh, bobs don't go with everyone, which is true. And it kind of takes away from the focus of the hair color itself. Maybe, that's the kids playing, I'm sorry, it's early in the morning. But anyway, maybe a picture of the same girls with the same hair color with different hairstyles would have kind of drew the attention to what she meant. But at the end of the day, we cannot continue to be nasty and rude about what looks right and what doesn't. But I do feel like there should be an awareness. And again, in the world that nobody wants to hear, I can't wear that, I can't do that, you're going to have issues. You're going to have attitudes. You're going to have people being defensive. That's just what it is. Even in the natural hair community, I can honestly say that natural hair doesn't necessarily fit everyone. Like, yes, it's your hair that God gave you. I wholeheartedly agree. But I must admit, I even have moments myself where I may try to do something, and I say to myself, that doesn't quite look right. Like, I try to just having the hair out thing, like just the afro. That doesn't look right to me, because one, my hairline is not necessarily defined. So it kind of looks like somebody just put hair here and then just went like this. Whereas a pineapple kind of gives a little more of a shape and mold, where the peanut shaped side of me kind of can be hidden, you know? And it's like, okay, that looks better. But it's all about learning and growing and maturing and accepting the fact that everything isn't for everyone. You have to accept that fact. And it's not about colorism. It's not about someone being rude and nasty, because that goes with everything when people like, you're against heavier set girls because they can't wear this and they can't wear that. We just have to come to a point where, yes, there is a woman who can be fully figured and 250 plus and can wear the crop top and the cute shorts, and you won't think twice about it because they look good. But in the same token, that same young lady, or another young lady can actually not be shaped like her and try to do the same thing, and someone can disagree and say, I don't really like that on you. But that's all about, you know, how to go about doing things too. Like, you just don't go to someone and say, well, you got too much stomach for that. Because we do it. Women are nasty. They're rude. They're cruel. You're too dark for that hair color. You shouldn't wear ginger. Like, we can be rude and nasty. And sometimes it's about self-control. Well, all the time it's about self-control, where you have to come to yourself and say, is it necessary to say this out loud? If this is my friend, I need to talk to my friend privately and say, I don't think that really looks like with you. I'll never forget one time, me and 2 other friends were going out for my birthday. And I had a choice of 3 dresses. I brought 3 dresses with me. And I tried on the one that I really liked the first one first. Obviously, that's why I put it on, like, I think I want to wear this one. And it was like, let me see the other ones. So they put the other ones on, or I put the other ones on, and they said, oh, no, that one. And mind you, I loved all the dresses because I bought them, but I have a favorite. And I never forget it. I never even got a chance to wear that dress because she took it, my friend. But it's all good because I love that girl to death. But the one they actually put me in, they was like, it was not a matter of what looked good necessarily on my body, because then I love my body. Ain't gonna flex. Like, back in 2013, 14, 15, I was going to the gym. I was in love with my body. But I guess that's why God took it away. But the dress that I ended up with was one that they said not only did it look good on me, my skin tone, and it complemented my shape, how it also looked good with my hairstyle. I had Senegalese in. And they was like, if I had, because the other girl had a sew-in, track-in, and it was like, that dress kind of complements that hairstyle, whereas my dress complemented my braids. And when I took my picture and I looked and I said, you guys are right. And it you know, sometimes it takes you looking at it, and that's why you try on things and you deal with things. But when it comes to hair color and stuff, you want to be really careful. My suggestion would be to wear a wig that color first. And that way you can take it on and off. You can say, I really don't like it. I kind of like it. Another example. One time I had a dark blue turquoise color hair. It started out black and it went slowly into dark, and then the light blue at the very, very tip. And it was supposed to have been long, but I decided to get it cut like a bob. Now, mind you, when it got done, I said it'll do, but it's not my favorite. But everyone else around me was like, wow, you actually pulled that off. And I'm like, I don't like it. And I never wore that color again. And it was a sew-in, so it was easy in, easy out. But I was mature enough to say, you know what? There's going to be some times where people and I, we're not going to have the same opinion about what I wear and what I do. It should not kill me. It should not destroy me. It should not make me bitter. It should not make me angry. It should not make me want to retaliate. But it should be a lesson learned, or to go back to the drawing board and figure out, okay, let's do some other things, or let's figure some things out. And obviously, you don't live with people. You don't live with the world. You don't go with the world. But even in the concept of having a husband, this world is just so rebellious that it's like, forget what my husband wants. Forget what he thinks. I'm going to do what I want to do. And a lot of women choose to do what they want to do. And I think that's selfish. I'm not going to say it should be absolute where you can say, well, I'm waiting for my husband to tell me every single thing that he likes and how I should wear it. However, I think as a treat, as a love gesture, every now and then asking that man's opinion, like, well, what do you think? What do you like on me? I think that's beautiful. I think that's mature to say, you know what? It's not all about me. You two are one. The same way you prefer him, whether the close cut, braids, or beard and no beard. I think as a woman who claim you love your husband, I think it is a beautiful and a blessing and a very mature thing to look to him sometimes and say, what would you like for me to wear today on our date? Especially something like that. Obviously, you're going to work on something he may not care 2 cents, because you know men don't care a lot about stuff like that. But if your man says, I think you're cute with the bob, but I prefer some more inches. It's a fake hair anyway. Like, why not switch it up for him? Why not let him see you how he thinks you look your best to him? Because you can say it don't matter, but honestly it does. Like, that is your person that you stood before God and said, this is the other piece of my half. We make a whole. We are one. This is the love of my life. Then you should respect his opinion too. But that's a whole nother subject. But anyway, back to this ginger hair color, y'all. Like I said, if y'all, because I can ramble, point is, I do agree that every color isn't for everyone. However, I also believe in the concept that a lot of other things play a factor. Because I seen that color on somebody really, really darker than me. And I also seen that color on somebody extremely light. And I can say, I wouldn't pick that color. So, all this matters. Get the expert opinion, ask your stylist, do some research, think about your features and what you got going on with your face, whether you got a puffy face, slender face, what is it? Like they call it pie face down here in the South. Pie face or an apple face or almond, pear shape, just the same thing with your body type. These things do matter when it comes to fashion and dressing yourself up. So, but let's just love each other, right? And just have grace and patience with people. But also to the people who, you that you can't tell me what to do. You might want to search your heart and figure out what in the words are you so rebel and so angry and so upset with just an opinion. Because at the end of the day, it is an opinion. It may not be factual, but it doesn't hurt to listen to. Love you guys. God bless. Take care. Bye.